What's up, stupid people of America? So everybody's talking about TikTok being banned, TikTok being banned, TikTok being so fucking what? TikTok, let TikTok be banned. See, you people are so stupid. TikTok was never about no national security threat whatsoever. TikTok's not from China. TikTok's from Singapore, period. All of this shit the Republicans and Democrats did with the lies about TikTok, it's the same fucking thing that Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube's been doing for years, stealing out information. There's no ifs and no buts. Stealing out information. Because TikTok got millions. I'm talking about millions and millions of people on TikTok. And they are providing the truth about everything, from news to everything. You see everything from different states, different countries, different all parts of the world. And Facebook, Twitter, YouTube cannot do that. You see, and that's why Facebook owner went to the Republicans and Democrats, paid them millions of dollars to say and lie to Congress. Even in Congress, them motherfuckers are stupid, okay? And even Congress members got paid from Facebook in their stocks, cash money, to ban TikTok. It's the number to scam. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube sells our information, okay? I don't give a fuck if you got to ban TikTok. You have to ban Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube too. There's no ifs and no buts about it. Now, YouTube falls under the category of our constitutional rights: freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression, period. There's no ifs and no buts about it. You can't change that whatsoever, all right? But you cannot ban one without banning the other, and that's the bottom line. That's the 1,000% truth. That's the bottom line. You can't ban one without banning the other. You see, it's all corrupt. Everybody on TikTok should just be fucking canceling their accounts. Get rid of their accounts, period. TikTok got so bad now where they police everything you say, which is against federal laws and against the Constitution. You have on TikTok police officers calling people the N-word. Shoot that nigga in the back. Hang that nigga. That's what you got on TikTok. That's what you got on TikTok. You got the videos of police, pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies shooting unarmed people on TikTok. Just like you see it on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Okay? But TikTok got more policed, more government officials to try to ban TikTok because of all of the users. That's it. What people should be doing is trying to, like we're doing, we're trying to make our own website. You know, trying to get your own website up because you have that right. The internet does not belong to no government agency whatsoever. The internet is free. All of that stuff is free. That's what the internet was invented by. It's free internet for the world. No government has a right to be involved in the internet whatsoever. But you stupid people, you are so ignorant. That's why I do not feel sorry for y'all when y'all going hungry, when your kids get molested or raped or killed, because it's your fault. You want the government to run your life. You want the government to tell you what to eat, what to have, because you're all losers. And that's the fucking bottom line, man. You don't fight for what is right. By the rights you have to live, to survive, by God's laws, by the Constitution. You worry about. I don't give 2 fucks about if they ban TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I don't give a fuck. They need to ban them all. But they have no right to police TikTok. TikTok doesn't have no right because you say you got the right to say what you want to say. A lot of accounts got banned permanently from TikTok because of what they spoke, the truth. What you saw from law, from the Constitution, from police killing innocent people, always blacks and Mexicans, okay? From police officers getting busted with their own body cam for robbery, for theft, for rape. From congressmen, from Republicans, Democrats, senators, governors, mayors. For the crimes they've committed, it's been all over TikTok. See, that's what they're trying to hide. But you don't get it. You stupid. Let TikTok go blank. So fucking what? So what? But they cannot keep Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. They cannot keep it on. They cannot keep those social media platforms no more. If you ban one, you have to ban all. That's the law. That's the law. That's common sense. There's no buts about it. Facebook has been a security breach when it first came out, and still a security breach. They got sued so bad in federal court, they got to pay $92 million. But the bad part about it is you idiots go with these class action lawsuits. You don't get that money from TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube for violating your constitutional rights. Those attorneys get that. That's why it's bad to be involved in a class action lawsuit. File your own lawsuit. That's all you do is file your own lawsuit. That's it. You know, y'all need to stop worrying about fucking TikTok. Y'all need to start picketing the government. Start hanging Trump, putting his ass in custody for the crimes he has committed against this country. Put Massa's ass in custody for the crimes he has committed. Identity theft, Social Security theft, robbery by a computer. That's what y'all supposed to be doing. That's what y'all supposed to be fighting. But y'all worrying about TikTok. Fuck TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So what? You can't ban one without banning the other. That's the bottom. Let me tell you, if I was governor, TikTok wouldn't be banned in my state. Because if you're not going to ban Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, you ain't banning TikTok. See, I don't give a fuck about what they say. Because that's common sense. That's straight fucking common sense. They are corrupt. Straight fucking out. Like I give you an example. I've been fighting with these motherfuckers since 2020. All right? And during my divorce, I asked the judge for subpoenas for all of this shit. Denied me, okay? Now in my court, in my divorce decree, it stated that she had to pay all of these fucking collectors that she fucked up, not me, right? None of that was done. All of this shit is still on my credit report. Not one fucking thing was paid. So I filed a motion, supposed to have been heard on January 3rd, 2023. There was a big snowstorm in the state of Minnesota, January 3rd, 2023. It started that night, January 2nd, 2023. Big snowstorm. I said, well, I got to get out there because I got to get to court for this motion I filed, right? Prove to the courts that she committed perjury, her attorney committed perjury, false evidence from everything, from her 401k, all of that. So then I couldn't get there. I got whatever you call that when you're driving in the snow and you go out of control. That's what happened to me, to other cars too, down on a highway called 19. Out of control. I'm stuck in the snow. I don't have my phone charger. The court is calling me, telling me, well, the judge is not coming to court because of the snowstorm. Okay, so can you make another date? I say. So she goes, no, he doesn't want to make another date. Wait a minute. He's not coming to court, but you don't want to make another date. When there's a big-ass snowstorm out here, that's what they did to me. All right? Then I'm calling for another court date. I'm the petitioner. I filed a divorce. Me. I did. She's a failure in marriage. She's a failure in every fucking thing. I filed the divorce. From her cheating, her lying, her assaulting me, everything. I filed the divorce. I did. Me. And so, all of a sudden, I get in the mail, motion denied, but never been in court. Violation of my constitutional rights. I get on there, I'm like, these motherfucking judges not only are biased, racist, discriminated, violate their oath of office, violated my rights to be in court, and everything. So everybody say, oh, calm down, calm down. I'm not calming down. These motherfuckers just trampled over my constitutional rights, even in my divorce. So then I looked into both of these judges. I don't even know. I never went to the second judge because I removed the first judge. Telling this judge, she's a damn liar. This judge was biased. She's going through the same thing as I was going through. I guess she was going through a divorce and had problems with her husband. And then all of a sudden, they go, well, she doesn't have her attorney writes to appeal papers. Well, she doesn't have a 401k. She always had a 401k. So when I subpoenaed her job records. What happened on her job records? What says 401k. This is how much she's paying in. This is how much she's getting back. 401k, 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 401k. But wait a minute. In the document, you say she don't have 401k. But the company says she has 401k. So who's telling the truth? The company was telling the truth. She has 401k. So the judge don't do shit. The judge don't do nothing about when she's supposed to pay these bills or nothing. That's why I filed my motion. Okay? Then I got no court. Case is just up in the air. So then I turned myself in. February, when I found out they had a warrant for my arrest, because I cursed out the judge online. I told him, this is my exact words. I'm coming after y'all with everything the Constitution and the law says I got a right to do. I got the right to sue you for violating my rights, for discrimination, for bias, for breaking the law. Violation of everything that you have done to me was against the law. That's what I said on my YouTube video. January 3rd, January 5th. That's what I said on my YouTube video. And it was still snowing in Minnesota real bad. Because the people didn't come to move the snow until January 6th that evening so you can get out the door because the snow was all the way up to the door. You know? I mean, it was crazy out there in Gibbons. It was fucking insane. You know? The wind is 65 miles per hour a day every day because it's in the country. You blink an eye, you drive right past Gibbons. It's a little small little thing. It's a little dot on the map. You blink an eye and you're gone. You pass it. You pass it. Little big ass field, nothing out there. One gas station from, I think it opens up at 8 a.m., closes at 9 p.m. One gas station. One gas station. That's it. Other than that, you got to drive an hour and a half to go to a grocery store. That's it. Nothing but open field. That's it. That's it. Little town. Like a little dot. So then I find out that all this shit is being still reported to my credit. That's fucking me up. None of those bills was never paid by the court order that she was supposed to pay. My motion was denied to hear it behind retaliation. So nobody can tell me shit that the law is fair. Nobody can tell me shit. It is so much corruption in the courthouse that violates the constitutional rights, that violates the principle of human rights, from discrimination, hate, retaliation. That's what goes on in the courthouses, man. And there's no ifs and no buts about it. You have biased judges and everything else, and there's no ifs and no buts about it. And I keep telling y'all, Trump can't pass no fucking laws because the Constitution stops him from passing laws and executive orders. Those are not laws. Mandate is not a law. In the Constitution, no such thing as a mandate in the original Constitution. These are words that they come up with. You have to follow your original Constitution. This shit about TikTok is nothing but to rob the owner of TikTok. That's what it's about, to rob the owner of TikTok. And you people don't give a fuck. All you care about is yourselves. But you want someone to care about you and your feelings and your pain when you're going through something. It's amazing. Like I give you an example. Y'all bitch about You have to go down to the Social Security office. Let me tell you something. Back then, you had to go down to the Social Security office, show your ID to prove that it's you. There was no ifs and no buts. There was no ifs and no buts. You had to prove that that's you. You can't do it over the computer. Your shit gets stolen over the computer all the time. Your shit gets stolen by Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the time, every fucking day. Every fucking day your shit gets stolen. Then you turn around, you believe everything that fucking Trump tells you until it happens to you. You lost your government job. You lost your farm. And you want people to feel sorry for you. No. I'm having problems with Social Security office. I've been calling down there every fucking day to try to make an appointment. You're on the fucking hold for hours. Then you put the button, we'll return your call back. I'm still waiting for a turn recall back since Monday. Since fucking Monday. And they are so hateful in Minnesota at the Social Security office. You go through shit at the Social Security office in the state of Minnesota. You go through hell. They have no respect for nobody. None whatsoever. So I got a copy of my divorce decree to take it down to the Social Security because I needed an appointment to go down there. I'm not mailing shit so they can come up with an excuse like they always do. They always come up with a fucking excuse. Then you got these idiots down there that don't know shit about the laws of Social Security. Then they say, well, this is the law. No, that's the new law. I have nothing to do with no Social Security. Anything that these idiots try to pass has nothing to do with the people that's already on disability, veterans pay, and everything else. That's for the newcomers. Point blank. That's when you're just starting to get Social Security. Point blank. That's the bottom line. And that's reality. Don't go by what they say. I'm arguing with this guy. I said, look, this is what it says in the Social Security Guideline book. Under their rules and regulations, this is what it says. Not what you're saying. And he says, oh, no, that's old law. I don't give a fuck. I'm under the old law, not the new laws. Period. That's for newcomers. They don't know shit, man. The only thing that they know is they want to work there at the Social Security office, but they don't want to do their job. They don't want to read up on nothing. They don't believe nobody that goes into that office. They think that they're right because they white. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. Y'all straight stupid, man. Oh, excuse me, I got to throw up. Oh, excuse me, I've been sick since I've been out here in Minnesota. There's something out here that's fucking killing me, man. Oh, my heart is bad and everything out here in Minnesota. The doctor goes to me. The doctor says, you have really bad high blood pressure. So I told the doctor, I said, how can that be? I divorced the bitch, man. You know, I got rid of her. How can I have high blood pressure? I got rid of her, man. You know, I couldn't believe it, man. And, you know, they got me wearing this thing for my blood pressure when I get sick and fall. You know, I wear this right here when I get sick and I fall. You know, they send a fucking ambulance. And every time I can't breathe and stuff, you know, my blood pressure's so high, they always try to admit me in the hospital. Hell no. I hate hospitals, man. Hell no. I can't stand hospitals. Plus the food is gross, man. But, oh, hell no. Hell no. I can't stand hospitals, man. Can't stand hospitals. I hate them. You know, but these doctors, they don't listen though, man. They don't even fucking listen to you, man. You know, you tell them that you're having a lot of pain in your chest and they won't admit you and do all of this and don't. Look, dude, I don't believe in drugs. You know, I'm upset, really upset with Tylenol. They did the stupidest fucking shit. I used to take Tylenol, right? But now I got to find Tylenol without that other stuff mixed in with the Tylenol because I'm allergic to that. And Tylenol is all I take. Is Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol. That's it. It, you know, it works better. I'm down. I can't move. The pain eases away. You know, Tylenol is the only thing I grew up on. I didn't grow up on this other shit that they mix in with Tylenol now. You know, and Tylenol fucked up big time, man. You know, Tylenol was number one. You know, but they fucked up big time. Tylenol fucked up big time. You know, but now back to these idiots, man. Y'all need to stop and start fighting for your rights, man. You know, that's what y'all need to do. It's hard to breathe. It's really hard to breathe. Oh, man. It's like I'm gonna fucking pass out, man, but I can't, though. Whew. It's really hard to breathe. I went outside, man, and it's really hard to breathe out there. It's like something's in the air. I had to come back inside. It was like something's in the air, man. I couldn't even take a walk outside. Something's in the air. I don't know what it is. But it's interfering with my breathing. But, yeah, man. Minnesota is the hatest, racist state, just like Alabama and all of them. And we got to get rid of all of this hate and this racism completely. We got to get rid of all of these corrupt, biased judges, prosecutors, and all of that shit, you know? And that's the bottom line, you know? And this shit, they don't follow the Constitution whatsoever. Like there was a case that was brought that it's illegal to fingerprint and picture any suspect without going to trial. It's illegal to fingerprint and picture. So many case laws on that. So many case laws. Sheriff's departments got sued in another state for posting online suspects, defendants' pictures online, booking photos and all that. They got sued because that is a violation of your privacy. Fuck them. You know, fuck them. Retaliation. Now, 3 Superior Court federal judges stated, and their statement was very strong, you cannot retaliate against no one that says something bad about you or anything about you or investigate you. You cannot do that. You cannot violate the Constitution because the Constitution is the law of the land. People don't understand that. Everything Trump's doing when he's saying he's going after these fuckers here because they filed a criminal case on him is against the law. He could be prosecuted, and he should be prosecuted. Adams was not supposed to, because Trump say you got to let Adams go. Fuck Trump. He is no fucking president. Fuck Trump. He is your racist white motherfucking people's president. I follow no man, no woman. I follow the laws of God, Allah, and the Constitution, the original Constitution, which it states right there. All men are created equal. You have the right to protect, to fight. Once you take that oath, it is your duty, your right to protect, fight against anyone that's against the Constitution. That is your duty, your oath that you took to protect the Constitution and the people that cannot fight for themselves. That's it. Not no man, no woman, no king, no queen, no punk, no faggot, no nothing. That's it. Then you people turn around. Oh, excuse me. Then you people turn around with all of this hate. Burn books, burn books, burn books. Who the fuck gives you the right to tell us what we can read and what we cannot read? You people just don't wake up, man. You don't understand. You got your own life. You see, without your father, you would not be here. So you don't respect your father. Then you don't respect your mother. Then you don't respect your kids. But yet, if something happens to them, you want everybody to feel sorry for you. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. You don't even respect yourselves because you let the government tell you what to do, what you can do, what you cannot do, what you can have, what you cannot have. You are idiots. You are all idiots. I wouldn't give a fuck if they ban TikTok. I don't give a fuck what they do. What they do. But you people, instead of you fighting against the ban, suing these Republicans and Democrats and Congress and president, because they have no right to ban anything. They do not have that power. There's no such thing as national security risk. The only thing that, if there is a such thing as national security risk, it's our own government that is corrupt, that has committed murder, genocide, rape, burglary, bribery, blackmail. That's what this country's about. That's what this government is about. To take everything from somebody that's making a profit, making themselves look good. But you people, y'all believe you got to pay taxes. No, taxes is not a law. It's up to you whether you want to pay taxes, not the government. There's never been a bill in the Constitution about taxes. Never. Never. You better read up on what really happened with the Tea Party in Boston, Massachusetts. Okay? You people are so fucking stupid. It's amazing. Then you say, your president, George Washington, was the first president of the United States. George Washington was never the first president of the United States under no circumstances. There was 5 black presidents in this country before this country was taken by mayhem, force, genocide, rape, and murder. There was 5 black presidents of this country. This was one of the first black presidents in this country. You see, this is why they're banning TikTok. Not behind no national security threat, because they're putting the truth out there. People is putting the truth out there. And when you put the truth out there, they ban your accounts. I never signed anything to ban my account because you have to have my signature. And that's what the federal court says. You have to have a signature, person's signature, not no online signing or none of that. Because anybody can do that. Anybody can. You know, it's just like with the Social Security office. I'm fighting these motherfuckers out there. I've been calling since Monday. Not one call's been returned back to me. Then you can't even tell if they're calling because they come up with an unknown number you've never seen before. You see? So you don't even know that they're calling. And then they say, well, we called the individual. He was not there. He did not pick up the phone. I don't know that this is so scary. I think this is a fucking scam. You get a lot of scam calls from all kinds of different area codes and numbers. I don't know what the fuck this is. It don't say Social Security number on it or nothing. But you people fight that y'all don't want to go down to the Social Security office and all of this and all of that. Back then you had to prove that that's you. But you want to do everything online with the Social Security office so your shit could get stuff. Like, I had to stop my online account because my ex-wife got into it, you see, and used my Social Security number and stuff, all right? And her friend, that used to be our friend, she had my Social Security number, which is against the law. I filed something on that in court, and the courts tell me it's okay for your ex-wife to steal your identity. It's okay for her friends to steal your identity. Okay, Mr. Malillo? It's okay for them to do that. So you cannot sue them for that. It's okay for identity theft in the state of Minnesota once it comes across any man that looks black, Spanish, or Indian. It's okay for those exes to steal your information. The courts in Minnesota says it's okay. The courts, the records are all out there. Even though my records are not supposed to be public, but the records are out there. The courts say it's okay to commit perjury to the courts. The courts say it's okay to file false documents to the courts from restraining orders and all of this when there's no such thing in your whole marriage of spousal abuse. No such thing never happened in your whole marriage of 19 years of spousal abuse. The spousal abuse, let's see, how do you use the spousal abuse? Oh, he bust me cheating again. So I got to use an excuse to say, oh, he assaulted me. Oh, our marriage was toxic and never happened. Never happened. But because she's a woman and Korean, the white people say, oh, we feel your pain. Oh, he was a bad man. He was a bad man. Oh, he was no good. But what did he actually do? What did he actually do? What did he actually do for him to file a divorce? What did he do for him to file a divorce against you? He's the petitioner. He's filing a divorce. So what did he do? Nobody ever asked that question to me. Not once. She tried to kill me? Not once. Twice. I walked away. Let her come back. The final straw was in January. Get the fuck away from me. Get away. Then the plan started. From the corruption of the sheriff's department in Faribault, Minnesota. Then the conspiracy started. Well, what nationality is he? Is he a nigger? And that's what they called me. That's exactly what those words came out of that motherfucker's mouth. Called me a nigger. Hit me in the head. Okay? Other officer. You see, he ain't got, you see he's disabled, dude. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that motherfucker. That's on their body cam. So when I subpoenaed their body cam, they say they don't have a body cam. But they had a body cam on. The camera was right there in Faribault Sheriff's Department at that time. Right there. Right there. Right there. So then, everybody just disappeared. You know? False arrests, false charges, conspiracy, planting evidence. And while these motherfuckers is planting the evidence, it's being recorded in the house. While they searching the house without a warrant, without probable cause. They searching the house. They searched the attorney's office downstairs without a warrant. Show on camera, they going through his files. One deputy is writing down, oh, I know this motherfucker. Isn't he being held now for assaulting a deputy or something like that? Yeah. Oh, writing down everything out of these people's files. But they say that's okay. But you people don't, see, you people who don't want nobody to do nothing until it happens to you. We have a corrupted system. They're all corrupt. We got the right. And I'll tell it again and say it again. I don't give a fuck about TikTok. I don't give a fuck if it gets banned. All I know was they robbing a guy to take over TikTok with all of their lies and excuses. And they're not one person. Prove that it's a national security risk. Prove it. Prove that TikTok is a national security risk, because it's not. Our own government is the national security risk. Our own government is the threat of the world. And that has been proven time and time and time again. Then you want to go to war? You want to take another country, Greenland, when you have no right to be in Greenland? Then you wonder why other countries are kicking the military out of their country, because they got that right. Mexico should take back all the way up to Texas. All the way through Nevada belongs to Mexico. All the way to Texas, from California, all the way up from Florida, all the way up belongs to Mexico. Halfway to Canada belongs to Mexico. Because blacks, Indians, and Mexicans and Spanish people, that was called back then, Spanish people from Mexico. That's all of their land. The Indians, the Spanish, the blacks, that's all their land, this so-called America. Not one racist white person's land. Not one racist white person invented any damn thing. But you people, y'all smarter than history. Y'all smarter than the real history of this country. Y'all some stupid fools, man. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube got to get banned. They're a national security threat. And that's no lie. They are a national security threat. Can't ban one without banning the other. And that's common sense. And that's by law. You stupid people. You have no food, no job. You vote a guy in office that's a rapist, that assaults women. You have an idiot that has never been voted in to even be in government. Mas, you have hackers into the system, and you couldn't even get on the system whatsoever. You got a car waiting line at the Social Security office. You can't get shit done, but they're in a hurry. They will stop your shit with the blink of an eye. They good at that. They good at that, stopping your shit real fast. When it says in the law says you have a right to an appeal. They just cannot cut you off for nothing. That's what the original law says in the original law of veterans pay and disability pay. Social Security. That's what it says. That's what it says. These laws count. These new laws do not count. Those count for the newcomers. That's the bottom line. But you got idiots that refuse to go by the Constitution, the laws, and everything. Like I'll give you an example. When I turned myself in on this here, I went through 2 different counties. And for what? I was kidnapped from one county to another county. Kidnapped. Now, I've been asking for a copy of the interest on the bond, the $20,000 bond. Who's getting paid that interest? So I did some digging. I did some investigation. The judge get a kickback. The prosecutor get a kickback. An attorney that I don't know nothing about gets a kickback. That been calling for going on 2.5 years. Don't return no call. Don't return no messages. No nothing. They get a kickback. And you say they're not corrupt. False charges. See, I got the right to say I'm going to come after you. What the law says I got a right to do and the Constitution says I got a right to do. That ain't a threat. I'm telling you, I'm going to sue your ass. That ain't no threat. I'm going to sue you. And you see, I got that constitutional right. I have that right. That's the funny thing about I have that right. And no one can take that from me. I have that right. And people nowadays are so fucking stupid. You know, they think, I'll give you an example.
Trump tried to punish law firms for opposing him. Judges said no. He signed executive orders to go after law firms that worked on the Mueller investigation. He ordered government agencies to cut contracts with the firms, ban their lawyers from federal buildings, stop hiring anyone who used to work there. That's retaliation. It's also unconstitutional. 2 federal judges blocked him on the same day. Judge John Bates, appointed by George W. Bush, said the orders were viewpoint discrimination. Judge Richard Leon, also appointed by George W. Bush, said the actions chill speech and hurt legal advocacy. One judge even asked the DOJ, "Have you practiced law? Then use your common sense." Trump's team argued it was all fine. They lost. This isn't about politics. It's about the law. And judges, Republican-appointed judges, keep saying the same thing. You don't punish people for doing their jobs. You don't silence lawyers who take on tough clients. And you don't run the government like it's your personal revenge tour. Legal battles are stacking up. No one is above the Constitution, not even Trump. Follow for updates.
Now, what I'm going through, same thing. Same exact thing. Retaliation, because I said I'm going to sue the judge. You try to put words in there and docket reports saying I threatened terrorist threats and all of this and all of that when it was never no terrorist threat. I got the right to say I'm coming after you, what the law says I got a right to do, what the Constitution says I got a right to do. I got the right to sue you. That ain't no threat. Those are my constitutional rights. My constitutional rights. Then I got another federal case that I'm using where the panel proved and said it's unconstitutional for any court to order anyone to take a psych evaluation. So I did all of that shit. Let me explain something to you. Yes. Am I crazy? Yes, I'm crazy. I'm crazy when you try to walk over me. I'm crazy when you try to plant evidence on me, when you lie on me, when you commit conspiracy against me, when you file false charges on me, when you fingerprint me, you picture me. Yes, I'm crazy because you violated every one of my fucking constitutional rights. You violated that out of retaliation, discrimination, hate. And the first thing come out of your mouth. Well, is he a nigger? Yeah, he looks like a nigger. But look at his last name. What kind of last name is that? Oh, the hell with it. We'll put him down as a nigger. And they love that word nigger in Minnesota. Oh, yes. You got some of the racist motherfuckers in Minnesota that love that word nigger. I was at the gas station the other day, and I hear these 2 idiots, these racist guys in the gas station. And I think that it upset one of the guys that work at the gas station, right? And he asked them both to leave. I respect that guy. I totally respect what that guy did. I really do. So anyway, I'm at the gas station, and I'm trying to get a cup of coffee. And the guy goes, these 2 guys, they had on this uniform from Pepsi. And they go, well, yeah, did you hear what Trump's doing now? He's passing a bill to start segregation back. And so one of the guys goes, yeah, man, I can't wait for that to happen, man. Right in the coffee area. And so the guy that's cleaning, he heard this shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, turn your back around. Look who's behind you, man. You know, I couldn't believe it. And so then the guy that works there said, hey, you know what? Y'all gonna have to leave the store, man. And so he goes, why? Because we're not into that racism and that race shit. No, we're not. No, you got to go, sir. You got to leave the store. We don't want to hear that in my store, you know. Well, let me speak to the manager. I'm the manager. We don't want to hear that shit in our store. I'm sorry. You got to take that racism shit out of the store, please. We will not serve you. And so then they got mad. Yeah, these guys had Pepsi uniforms on. They got mad. because this man said, we don't want to hear that racism shit. Leave my store. You get an attitude because you racist. Oh, there's a lot of racist motherfuckers in Minnesota. Even my ex-wife was racist. Oh, she used to call me the N-word all the time, man. You fucking nigga this, you nigga that. But wait a minute, you had a baby with a black dude. That's the funny thing about it. That you left to get rid of the baby, went to another state, but you're not charged for kidnapping. Oh, I forgot, because you're a woman, you can get away with that. You know, it's funny how they are so hateful and revengeful and open about it too. Violate the laws and everything else. Like when we looked into the judge and we found out, man, these motherfuckers was partying motherfuckers in high school and everything else, man. They were some partying motherfuckers. There are only two things in Minnesota that they got that you could do. And I don't know what you call it, but during the winter, they do this fishing thing. I don't know what you call it. And drink. That's it, and drink. Oh, and the Republicans in Minnesota, the state of Minnesota, loves to sexual assault kids. You're hearing so much. There's so many people coming out on this fucking Republican now, man. It's amazing why this son of a bitch, you know. And his wife knew that he was sexually assaulting kids or trying to have sex with kids. His wife knew this. You married to this guy all this time? Come on, you knew this. And you got kids in your house? No, you was a threat to children. You're supposed to be locked up for the rest of your fucking life, put to death, you know? And it's amazing how you have another Republican that just got sentenced to 20 years and they arguing because he's 60-something years old that will kill him. Good, let it kill his punk ass. I don't even understand why the fuck the courts even let that motherfucker walk the streets. You was a sex predator. You raped boys. You went to other states, other countries to have sex with boys, kids. You belong where you belong. Up to me, you'd be put to death. If I was the attorney, if I was the prosecutor for the sex crimes Trump did, he would be put to death. He would be put to death because that's what he deserved, to be put to death. Anyone that rapes and molests a child should be put to death. No ifs and no buts. First of all, there's too many prostitutes out there. Oh, I forgot. They're called call girls, professional dancers. See, that's how stupid society is. You a hoe, you a hoe. Point blank. You's a hoe. That's the bottom line. You people are stupid, man. You people are really stupid, man. You go by what these idiots say while they destroy him. And everything that happened back in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, in other countries that were worse, it's happening here. You got the Gestapo, that's the president. You got a fucking racist motherfucker that shows up the Hitler sign all over the news. And he's telling this country, people, how to spend their money and can't show proof that people that's dead been getting Social Security. Cannot show proof, only because they said it. But you know what's so ironic? I got proof, evidence, that I even showed the courts that the attorney committed false perjury, false evidence to the courts. This comes from their jobs. Wow. Let me tell you something, man. I was governor, your ass would not be, no. You, first of all, there'll be a bill to protect African Americans. You know, I don't give a fuck what you are, who you are. You a pig, cop, sheriff, deputy. Once you assault a suspect, you going to jail. You kill a suspect, you going to jail. You handcuff a suspect, you going to jail. Because you see, people are so stupid. This is reality. There's no such thing as you have to be handcuffed because they're doing an investigation. Once you are handcuffed, you are arrested. There's no ifs and no buts. You are kidnapped. False arrest. It's been proven in so many federal court lawsuits. You are in prison. False arrest. That's what it is. False arrest. And people just don't get it, man. People are really society is fucking stupid. And it gets stupider and stupider every fucking day. Every fucking day. Society gets stupider and stupider. And it's amazing because people don't want to look into nothing. They just go by what these people say. And your government is the corruptest government in the world. Facebook gets hit with a massive lawsuit for another data breach. March 29, 2025. Facebook. 2.6 billion records of Facebook data, passwords, users' names, telephone numbers have been breached. March 29, 2025. Now here comes another lawsuit against them. See, these people are responsible to protect our information. There was never no such thing as data breaching before Facebook ever got, when Facebook started. There was never no such thing as data breaching before. You can go all the way back to the news. There was no such thing as data breaching before until Facebook came involved. Never. These people are the hackers. They're the ones that steal our information and sell our information. So everything is blamed on data breaching. They did this to us. There's no ifs and no buts. This is a cup. A cup. This is a cup. You pour things in this cup and you drink. This is a cup. This is reality. This is reality. This is an object. This was made by someone's hands or by machine, but it was made. This is reality. You go by the stupid shit that makes no sense whatsoever because you believe what your government tells you. Fake news, false statements is what they tell you, and you go for that. Facebook is a breach of all national security in the United States. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is the breach of national security. Not TikTok. Facebook is in another country, not the United States. Twitter is in another country, not the United States. YouTube is in another country, not the United States. They're all in China. So why isn't TikTok in China? Because TikTok is in Singapore. Why blame everything on China when China is not our enemy? North Korea is not our enemy. Arab countries are not our enemy. Singapore is not our enemy. Philippines is not our enemy. Our enemy is the United States and Israel. Is the biggest enemy on the face of this earth. That's our enemy. And then you say you better not say nothing about 9/11. Let me tell you something. Come in my face and tell me that. I lost family members. I lost associates. Come in my face and tell me that. That's all you got to do. Face to face, me and you. Come in my face and tell me that. And see where that leads you. That's a promise. That's a promise. Come in my face and tell me what I got the right to say, what I do not have the right to say. And I'm promising you, listen carefully, I'm promising you. Look up the dictionary of promise. A promise is promise to give a person a birthday party. Promise to take that person out to eat. Promise to go dancing. I wish I knew how to dance. I don't know how to dance. Promise. And I'm promising you, I will beat you down. Once you come in my face and tell me I don't got the right to say this, I don't got the right to say that, yeah, that's what will happen. Allah bear me witness. That's what will happen. See, because I'm not going to, see, I will kill. I will fight for my belief in Allah, God, and in the Constitution. And I'm a Libra. I smell bullshit. I see bullshit. And that's what y'all are. You know, like, I was in court one day, and this person passed me. And the guy goes, man, what's wrong, man? I said, you don't smell that, dude? Do you smell it in the air? He goes, no, what? Oh, man, these motherfuckers up in here be drinking, man. They be fucking drinking. So the guy says, yeah, I do smell it. It smells like alcohol or something. He says, yeah, but it's booze, man. It smells like some kind of strong booze and beer. If you really stand right over here, you can smell it, man. He says, yeah. So the guy, he goes to the deputy. He says, hey, man, did you smell that? And this is what the excuse the deputy said. Oh, that's hand sanitizer. That wasn't no hand sanitizer. Come on, man. See? And people believe that because of what he said. But it wasn't. So homeboy moved the trash can and found empty beer cans in the trash can in the courthouse and a bottle. It was funny because he picks up this bottle and he says, oh, this is that's a hand sanitizer smell. It had on the bottle, it had this label with this guy with a hat and a black hat, like a derby hat, and a cane. That's what was in the trash can. We were standing right there, man, you know, and we smelled them like, damn, that's booze I smell, man. What the fuck? You know? And they say that it was from the hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer doesn't smell like beer. Hand sanitizer doesn't smell like alcohol, booze. No. But those are the excuses that they give, and people run with that. They believe that stupid shit. Let me explain something to you. We got the corrupted system. To get rid of the corruption, you got to start with the top. Okay? And then this goes out to the Jackson families. Why is it Michael has all royalties to all songs of Elvis Presley and the Beatles, and all royalties to his own songs? Michael Jackson was one hell of a businessman. So why is YouTube showing commercials of other people using Michael Jackson songs? I don't get it. That's copywriting. Those royalties go to the family. YouTube, Uber, whatever the hell that bullshit is, they're not supposed to be playing Michael Jackson songs or the Beatles songs or Elvis Presley songs without his permission on commercials. Just like Walmart's not supposed to be doing it. Target's not supposed to be doing it. The news is not supposed to be doing it without their consent. I don't get it. It is so corrupt in the United States where they're even robbing the kids of Michael Jackson of royal rights. It has been so corrupt, man. It's in every time you turn the TV on, you hear them playing the Beatles song on Uber commercials. You hear them playing songs from Elvis Presley on AT&T commercials. And Michael Jackson songs in AT&T commercials. On Uber commercials. What the fuck? Years ago, that was against the law. Oh, I forgot. The law is not for these companies, these corporations. The law is only for people. Well, I hate to bust your bubble. 3 judges already proved it. 2 other judges already proved it. 5 other judges already stated. The Constitution is the law of the land, and nobody is above the laws. Not no president, no vice president, no Republican, no Democrat, no governor, no senator, no police, cops, sheriff, deputies. No one is above the law. Constitution is the law of the land. We got the right to freedom of speech. We got the right to post what the fuck we want to post. Not no Twitter, no Instagram, no Facebook, no YouTube, and no TikTok can violate that Constitution right. They can have their own rules, but policies are not laws under no circumstances. Once you violate the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression, your excuse is that you could ban anyone you want or remove their context because of freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom of expression. You violated the Constitution. And that's the bottom line. There was a big case, even from the Ku Klux Klan, when they wanted to publish and print hate. They had that right. They had that right to print whatever they wanted to print, to preach whatever they wanted to preach. Now, you got the hatest man, racist motherfucking Ku Klux Klan in office. That's a spy for Germany. That's a rapist, a molester, a con man, a crook. That's in office. And you people got the audacity, once you lose your job, you lost your home because you vote for him, you get all over the internet crying. Like, I'm going to give you an example. These stupid Spanish dudes, this is the Spanish guy and lady. These two Spanish guys and lady did a video. They were so fucking stupid. They got deported because they were illegal. Boy, y'all about some stupid motherfuckers, man. But there's another thing. You're not allowed to police the internet. That's a violation. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. You better, man, read your original Constitution, man. Start fighting these motherfuckers back, man. Start fighting these motherfuckers back. Make them pay. We got the right to sue. We got the right under the Constitution. We got the right to sue anyone that commits harm against us. We have that constitutional right to sue these motherfuckers, man. Wake up, people. That's the law of the land. That is the law of the land. We got the right to sue them, you know, and people just don't want to get. It is so amazing how some of these people are so fucking. Excuse me. How so many people are so stupid, man. They go by what these fuckers tell them and everything. Let me explain it again, man. Our governor, my state is a constitutional state. You ain't gonna violate nobody's state. You ain't gonna violate nobody's rights. You ain't gonna violate none of that shit. Not no pig, cop, sheriff, deputy, judges, justices. Nobody gonna violate nobody's rights. Once you violate that right, your ass will be taken into custody and put to death for treason. There's no issue, but once treason is treason. There's no issue, no buts about it. Anyone that commits treason against the Constitution and against the people of the Constitution, the penalty for treason is death. No issue, no buts. Peace out, people. I'm getting too sick, man. I gotta lay down. Peace out. Damn, I can't stop coughing up blood. Oh, no.